So, loud cries for the head of comedian Jess Hilarious were heard across the internet this week, following a video she posted on social media in response to a transgender influencer, reiterating the fact that such female bodily functions as menstruation are exactly that. Female. Jesse, the receipts.
When the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods. You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you.
Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your face. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that can bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
Now, this is not the first time that we've heard this kind of rhetoric from members of the trans community. Here is a clip of a biological man claiming that the reason why he cannot find a gynecologist is because of discrimination. Jesse, the confused receipts.
Appointment because I need to be checked. You know, I mean, they got to use a feculum. They've got to take a sample, that type of thing, check for tears, blah, 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 right? I mean, makes sense. And so what they had said to me, it's like, well, we don't do that here. And I'm like, but you're a gynecologist office. Why wouldn't you? Well, we don't treat trans patients. So you're discriminating against me is what you're telling me. You know? My female doctor in Toronto would have taken you in a heartbeat. Damn. Yeah, it's bullshit. I am pretty pissed. You know, it's so hard to find a gynecologist that can even work with me, you know, and I don't understand it. So I don't know.
Oh, Toots. You sweet, sweet summer child. Other than the fact that you look like Robbo from Paw Patrol, here is the thing. They're not discriminating against you. They're just terrified to tell you the truth. And the truth is, you just don't have the necessary equipment for the services you seek. And this is not me being mean. I am a fervent ally for employment purposes. Trans women are real women. And I will repeat it as many times as it takes for me to remain employed. But here is the thing, sweetie. When it comes to the domain of gynecology, trans women are just as much as women. As almond milk is actual milk. Just how you have never seen almonds with titties, there is no such thing as dudes with fallopian tubes. But are we surprised that this is where the conversation has gotten? I mean, we have watched the bar slide downward to hell every day for over a decade now. From having us talk gibberish in the name of gender pronouns, to telling us that a grown man can use the same washroom as your daughter and any form of expression of concern on the matter is considered bigotry. To being told that a teacher can in cahoots with your 13-year-old son hide from you the fact that said son has expressed signs of gender dysphoria. And now, turns out women's spaces are no longer enough. Ladies, you must also hand over your uteruses. Put them down gently and back away slowly, and no one will get hurt. And see, the conversation does not just end with who is the true sole proprietor of periods. Oh, no. Trans women want you boring regular wenches to know that they are an infinitely better option when it comes to dating as well. Jesse, the receipts.
I'm excited, so excited for this topic because it's just for all my sisters out there, for all my sisters. If you're feeling down, don't you dare, girl, because this video is going to pick your mood up, bitch. It's going to pick your mood up. Today we're going to talk about the reasons and the benefits of dating a transgender woman and why we are probably most likely, I don't want to be biased, but why we're probably most likely a better candidate of dating than like, your average bitch. The first reason being we are strong individuals. We've had to endure a lot, within our life, and we've been through a lot, and it just makes us stronger people, and it makes us really sweet. You go through as much as a trans woman who's been like either kicked out of her home or she's been beat up by people, by bullies and stuff. She's gonna be a very, very loving, caring person because she doesn't want anybody to feel what she's been through, So she's going to be super sweet.
You hear that, ladies? Your basic butts have never been through any life experiences. Probably why you're so basic and weak compared to your lab-grown counterparts. You've never known bullying or homelessness. You have lived a sheltered life in the sweet, sweet embrace of the patriarchy. Continue on, Dawn Marie. Tell us more.
Number 2 for why you should date a trans woman instead. I'm just kidding. We are more appreciative of the small things. We don't need you to, go buy us an expensive lunch or, spend $100 on something for me to be happy. We just want you to hold our hands in public. We just want you to be happy that you're with us. Little things like holding our hand in public can make us super happy because, there are people out there that want to hide us. So, we're easy to please. We don't have super unobtainable standards. We do have standards. I don't want to make it sound like we don't have standards, but we are not just stuck up and bougie and just wanting the world from you. We just appreciate the small things.
So, according to Miss Marie here, real women are stuck up, bougie, and high maintenance, as opposed to trans women who will settle for a fat-busted burrito and some hand-holding. Ma'am, this drives home the point that you are actually a man. A woman who knows her value will require a man to put in a modicum of effort in order to court her affections, as opposed to men who, frankly, even a heartbeat in certain instances is just optional. The reason why your bar is so low is not because you ooze humility. It's because what you're after is a straight man. And any form of standards or boundaries will drive even the few fetishists willing to experiment with you away. So that's not the flex that you think it is. But please, tell me more.
Yes. Oh, no. I want to say that in Spanish. Número 3. Number 3 for why it is beneficial to date a transgender woman is not all guys want to have kids. Believe it or not, right now I'm talking to a guy who doesn't want to have kids. And that's where I actually got this little pointer from. We can't get pregnant, which means we don't have periods either. So a lot of guys don't want kids. There's so much pressure to have a kid when there's a guy and a female, in a relationship. There's like, oh, well, now hurry it up. Like, we want you to get married, have some kids, Not all guys want kids. So, if you don't want kids, we're the perfect candidate for you. Like, at first I was like, maybe I'm sad because I want to have my own children too. But, whatever. Like, I'll keep my body nice and toned and fit and, keep it stretch mark free. I do have stretch marks on the side of my booty because it's growing.
See, that is yet another faulty argument from our friend here. See, when it comes to children, people's opinions tend to change over time. For me personally, for example, I did not want children in my 20s. Not because I didn't like them, I just didn't respect them. To me, they were like smelly midgets with speech impediments. The whole thing felt like an exercise in tomfoolery. But as time went by, my views on fatherhood changed. And now I cannot see a life without my son. See, the issue with dating a biological man is that if you change your mind, your only avenue is adoption. But see, men are evolutionarily predispositioned to want to pass on their genetic code. And no amount of stretch mark free boy booty is going to quell that fire once it has been lit. But please, continue on, Miss Marie.
That we know a man's needs more than your average girl. The reason that being is because we've been on the other side, if you're catching my drift. Number 5, Hope. I feel like number 5 is because trans women are more feminine and make more of an effort. The reason that being is because we're making up for what we lacked in our previous life. And we care about our appearance and we just want to look spruced up and feminine at all times.
Ma'am, I can guarantee you that no straight man has ever in the history of niggerdom told you that they appreciate you taking your time to get ready. There isn't a single outing my girlfriend and I go on that I'm now banging on the bathroom door like a mad banshee before dragging her kicking and screaming because we're late. She has had to learn to do her makeup in a moving car because I despise losing a reservation. So, another side of the dating a trans woman is not gay argument is through logical fallacies like these. Jesse, more receipts.
People say dating a transgender woman means you must be gay. I'm here to show you that that's not the case. This is my friend Cyrus. He's a trans man. This is my friend Brax. He's also a trans man. Based on that logic, if I were dating either of them, would that be considered a straight relationship?
You define your sexuality, not anyone else.
No matter who you are into, be proud of your partner and your sexuality.
Yes. Yes, you would absolutely be considered to be in a straight relationship. With a bearded woman who happens to be sans titties, as the French would say, but still a woman. 1,000 years from now, when your homegirl's bones are dug out of this ground, there will be no confusion as to their gender, regardless of the industrial amount of testosterone coursing through their blood at the moment. And why is it that dicks and titties are the only organs on the body you can walk into a doctor's office and ask to have chopped off and be met with confetti and praise for being brave and authentic? But if I want my leg cut off because I no longer identify as a member of a biped species, all of a sudden, Rob is drinking again. Someone please get a straight jacket. Absolutely preposterous. And that'll do for the show this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Please don't forget to share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you know when we're uploading new content. We're trying to reach 5,000 subscribers before October, so each and every form of engagement helps. Until next time, stay preposterous.